The real is back, the veil is back.
What's going on, gang? It's your boy Milo back with y'all with another. Hey, I ain't gonna call this one a reaction. It's just like something I'm already doing this time. And the premise of this video is basically giving. I know it's been a while since I've been in front of y'all. You can tell I'm a little jittery right now, but it's been a while since I've been in front of y'all, and I just want to let y'all know what has been my music takes of the year, my most listened to artists, who I rock with the most, and my top 5 albums of this year, along with shedding some light on my photography, like throughout this, the different albums I go through and different artists I go through. It will also align with like the pictures I've taken this year and the vibe I set. So sometimes you'll see me throw a picture out, a photo I done took this year, and like try to correlate it with the album almost. I ain't gonna hold y'all too long. I'm going into my albums, and I'm gonna do 2 honorable mentions. First honorable mention is the Leon Thomas album, Mutt.
I can't wash you out my brain like that stain on my favorite jeans. Yeah, I said I need space, you said nigga, what's that mean? Yeah.
Phenomenal. It was great. It really like depicts who he has become overall as a songwriter, as an artist. You know he was from songs like Snooze and Love Jones and different other songs. It's like a very vibey album with like almost a dark sound to it, like a kind of a Toronto aesthetic sound, and I really enjoyed the album. That's one of the albums I listened to with my girl. You know, like riding around, just chilling. That's like one of our favorite albums of the year. And another honorable mention is Glorious by Glorilla.
Bitch, I'm from Memphis. What you know about me? Big G-L-O-N-A-G-L-E.
She really has set the female rap game on lock, for real, for real. With this album, she basically put her stamp down on who she was and who she has become. And that's just another like popping album this year. My sister, well, my god sister Pooh, she let this album ride constantly. Even got the male attention, the male artist attention, and she put out a really solid project. Going into my number 5 though, it is Dark Times by Vince Staples.
Hey Mr. DJ, can I make a request? The woman out of love won't respond to my text. I broke her heart, I'm trying hard as hell to clean up the mess. I pray to God above, but he ain't never say nothing back.
And right now I'll be putting out a picture. I'll be showing y'all a photo of like what I felt like the aesthetic of the album was to me. And basically it's just like a real, it's Vince Staples at his not his final form, but hopefully he's steady to grow out of this. But this has been the sound he's been perfecting, not since Vince Staples, the project, since Ramona Park Broke My Heart, and it just comes to show who he is as an artist now. The music sounds very good, the lyrics is good, the tone he set for the album is just like showing us who he is at this moment. And that's one of the albums. It's my comfort. I used to call it my comfort albums because I can play it all the way through, no problems. No, like you just know that Vince Staples is that guy, and that's one of my favorites of the year. I remember it when it first came out. I texted my homie Braden. I said, "Yeah, this is my album of the year." That I lied, but it just comes to show like who Vince Staples is to me. Shout out to him for having a Netflix TV show too. Gotta give it up to him. And my next album, number 4, it's Chromacopia.
Huh.
And y'all saw in the music videos how he basically set the game on fire, on blaze, blew it up, and basically bringing in what he wanted to see to the game, what he added to the game. I love the rollout for the album, the different tour buses driving around, letting fans spray painted the graffiti on it. That was cool to me. That was different to me. 14 songs I love. I listened to this album in the rain, and it was just like such a moment for me. I even remember texting my best friend, year.He, He's like the avid Tyler the Creator fan, and he's actually the one that got me hooked on Tyler the Creator. And I was like, yeah, bro, he got one with this one. And like I said with Vince Staples, it seemed like most of these artists, not most of the artists this year has came with a sound and executed with it. You can see the level of progression throughout the years, from Igor with Tyler the Creator to Call Me If You Get Lost. Now he's at Chromacopia, and the music is just great right now. I'm not gonna lie, from starting with Saint Chroma with Daniel Caesar. Daniel Caesar is like one of my favorite artists this year as well. Noid, Darling I, Like Him, Sticky, like, man, it's just so much done. He did with this album. Thought I Was Dead. Even I Hope You Find Your Way Home. Take Your Mask Off. That's one of my favorites. But this album was actually phenomenal. Dang. This album was actually like just so great to me. And if I had to use a picture for it, I would use one where it's my black and white theme with a little bit of like almost dreadfulness, but it's somewhere along with its hope going along there. And next up for me, my third album for this year is Might Delete Later.
Breaking news, I've officially entered my prime, which is real interesting. This is the point where a rapper would typically start to decline. Somehow I climb, right when you thought I was fine. We're running a little behind. Nipsey was trying to tell you that this is a marathon. Only listen to Minister Farrakhan.
And as y'all know, J. Cole is that guy for me. He's one of them ones. And honestly, I haven't seen anybody that out-rap J. Cole this year. He got tracks like Pricey, Crocodile Tears, Honey Wabbits, as you will say, Sticks and Stones, Pie 3001. This has been like an absolute lyrical exercise. We redid our album reaction, we took it back, but this has just been one of the ones where I just don't see nobody that had out-rapped J. Cole. Some of the moves you might criticize him for, just taking a diss track back or different stuff like that, but I don't hold him no fault at that. And honestly, this album has been great, and if I could use a picture for this one, it would be, okay, if I could use a picture for this one, it's this elderly man that I took a picture at the park just by himself, to himself, and up under a pendulum, however you say it, and he got a book in his hand, and it's just like, you can see him at peace. And that's how I feel like J. Cole was during the album, just at his final form, at peace, doing what he does, and doing what he does at the best level. From, I would say, the double entendres, the punchlines, the way he raps a storyline back together, paints it out to you. Like the emotion he able to give to you through this album. Trade the Truth and Ibiza was great. It's a solid 3 for me right now. Man, we got the hottest rapper in the world right now coming up next. GNX, great. My number 2 album of the year.
Yesterday somebody whacked out my mural. That energy'll make you niggas move to Europe. But it's regular for me, yeah, that's for sure. The love and hate is definite without a cure.
Maybe would have been number 1, but the one I got saved for 1 just has so much meaning, like so much stuff coming out of it. But on to GNX. I got a picture of just like a random car shop with all different cars in front of it. That's probably what I'm using for this right now, and it just paints the picture of like an old school album. I hope I got some West Coast type feel pictures in my archive that would be going on there too. But Kendrick, the way he just fully dives into that West Coast sound on this album, from Squabble Up, Hey Now Say Now, TV Off, Dodger Blue, Peekaboo, great. But my top 3 songs from the album has to be Luther, Part 6, and Gloria. The Luther for the Luther Vandross. Him and SZA did both features that SZA on did a phenomenal job. And it's like one those songs that you can like just sit through, ride around the city with, relax, take your top off, anything. Part 6 paints us. That's how that's how you would like your business to go. Where of course you grow as a person, but you still able to come out as a family. I'm recording this right now after the Christmas performance in Compton, and even though they not on the same label no more, him coming back to be able to say, "Hey, I'm still with my people." I'm saying from when I came in, and he acknowledged the mistakes he made over time, but was like, "Hey, we still family." That's how I would like to move with my team. I would like to acknowledge what we might not did right or sometimes, but still able, like, if we need each other or throughout the heat of battle. When Kendrick was battling Drake this summer, TDE was right there beside him. You got even SZA going on tour with him as an old label mate. That's teamwork. That's everything. And yeah, okay, y'all saw it this year. My #1 album was We Don't Trust You.
Yeah. I don't hang with rats, that's some new type shit. Get a nigga whacked on the news type shit.
We listened to this live. Hearing that Kendrick verse for the first time, crazy word. We actually went stupid. You got type stuff on here. We Don't Trust You, Young Metro, Ice Attack, Claustrophobic. You got Like That, Slimed In. My absolute favorite song is Cinderella. And to encapsulate this album in a picture, I got a picture of this Porsche I took, in Jackson Street, and that's just like an all-white Porsche. That's just like how I feel about this album. It stands out to me amongst the crowd. You won't be able to spot that out. You got Cheat on Fried, She's a Vibe, Everyday Hustle, GTA, Seen It All, Where My Twin At. Like, this album really took the cake, and it led into one of the biggest moments of hip-hop history, the Drake and Kendrick beef. And I don't see it. There's no, like, you lead into the two titans fighting. They're really supposed to be 3. J. Cole backed out, cool. I'm not gonna give you too much terror about that, but man, the album was great. I'm next rolling into. I'm gonna do my top 10 artists of the year. And it's just not like people who dropped this year, or some people might not still be alive this year, but it's just like people that impacted my year and how I listen to music. Number 10, Don Toliver.
How feel we call, we know I'm drunk right now. How feel we call, we know I'm upside down. On my way, and I'm drunk out here, on my way, and I'm drunk out here.
He just sets his vibe at late night rides, or you just chilling, you doing your work. It's like a smooth vibe. Albums that really stood out for me was Life of a Don and Heaven or Hell. Those were my favorite album from him. Favorite song, probably Company Part 3. That had grown on me, and I would say No Pole. But yeah, that's Don Toliver for me. Next would be Marvin Gaye.
Oh, darling, how could we end up like this? Oh, baby, let me reminisce. Oh.
And Marvin Gaye sounds are just immaculate. He has a voice to, like, where you can listen to him do anything. And the soul sound of Marvin Gaye, like, literally have you just feeling as calm as can be. And songs that really stuck out from, like, that I listened to a lot from him was Just Keep You Satisfied, If I Should Die Tonight, Keep Getting It On, and Distant Lover. It's just like, he was a soundtrack just of, just moseying around, just chilling. And a picture I would have of him would be one of this elderly man walking around the park. I took one Saturday. That's the mood I had from him this year, and yeah. My number 8, Rich Homie Quan.
They only know what I tell them. They don't know, They don't know about the brand new car just bought. They don't know about the brand new house. They don't know about the brand new chick that I just fought with.
And I know I'm not just saying this because he passed away, but Rich Homie Quan has been a significant artist in my life since I was 11, 12 years old. My brother put me on. That was like the first CD I ever bought, put in my mama's car, listened to it almost every day. Rich Homie Quan played, and his passing, shout out R.I.P. to Rich Homie Quan, but his passing really took me like by surprise. Really like almost like a black, like somebody I knew, like it blows my heart. Some of my best friends I made connection off by Rich Homie Quan. Shout out Josh, Love Us and Right Too. The song I would say I played the most by him this year was Man of the Year. Of course, Daddy, and I say Never Made off the Rich Gang tape. That would be Rich Homie Quan. My next artist would be 7, Vince Staples.
Prison fire to the pen, free my Apex twin. In the street light, I ain't really tryna scrape that rent. Niggas be like, hey bro, remember back when? Let it go low.
Man, Vince Staples, ever since I found Vince Staples, he's been in steady rotation regardless of the time. The laid back chill flow is definitely something that I relate to, and just like seeing his different perspective on the life he lived, and like just saying like he did what he did, but that ain't something like nobody should want to do. And also off the just the music period, him being like a creative, dipping and dabbing into different things. He got his own television series, which I found very cool. That's something that, like me being a creative, I would like to do my own self. He doing the albums like Spike Lee, Michael Jordan commercials with Jason Tatum now. That's something that I found very cool. And all in all, Vince Staples is that guy. Albums that I played this year by him was Vince Staples, the album, and I love that song with him and Fuchsia, Take Me Home. And I really played Dark Times a lot this year. I also would like to give a shout out to another song on Vince Staples, Sundown Town. I love that song, and the whole Dark Times album. My number 6, this really a surprise to me this year because he usually top 3 at the least for Lil Baby.
It's a 2-seater, you cannot sit in. I got a door in the rear end. I got called when I fought with a friend. Say I won't do it and did it again. I got some dogs who want me to win. Went to the lot and bought a new Benz. I hit the gas, I'm going with the wind. I'm only getting in where I fit in. It's a 2-seater, you cannot sit in. I got a door.
Lil Baby has been one of my favorite artists for a while now. You got albums like Street Gossip, Drip Harder, Harder Than Ever, My Turn. Lil Baby is like, people love to say that he's falling off just because he hasn't dropped in 2 years. That's not the case for me. I personally will always listen to Lil Baby. I always have music that I love, and that's just one of the artists I will always spin back to. Number 5, Daniel Caesar.
It's never over until life ends. Lay down beside me too.
Caesar's voice is just spectacular, and the way like people will say he uses his voice as an instrument in almost a way that no other artist could. And it's just one of them, you can't really play rap around your girlfriend too much. You gotta spice it up and do different stuff. So this one of the artists I love playing around my girl, from Freudian, the actual song, to Best Part, to, let's see, Japanese denim, and I also would like to, Valentina, that's one of my favorite songs by him too. And this is to look into Dane Series as an artist to me. And going into my top 4, it's really just the big 4. I would say, like, these artists can be switched around at any time. The rankings is just how I saw it this year. Future has had an impactful year this year.
On the avenue yelling at 354 shit. Nigga kicking your dough shit. I was serving my auntie when she was a dope head. Used to go and condo shit. Got my shirt better than open when I do this in focus. You can feel my emotions. Get the tripping on niggas, I know I'm the chosen. Cause when I was the broken.
To me, 3 number 1s, one of the best album to me this year. And like Future just really, these cats been in the game for so long, but they just feel like they hitting their stride at a point where like no other artists behind them could actually catch up to them right now. And it's looking like where's the future of rap gonna be if these 4 is still in control of it, to me. Number 3, Drake.
You cannot find no one better than it. Try to do right by you, but we can't miss. I tried. Taking 3 months old and fucking again. After you said we not fucking again.
Of course it's Drake. This actually might be the lowest Drake done been this year, but I can't denounce these other 2. These other 2 just was killers. Even Drake, I wish I could have put For All the Dogs on my album list, but it came out in 2023. For All the Dogs Scary Hours version literally blew my mind away. I spin that back every day. Bahamas Promises was my number 1 listen to song. And you gotta listen to album songs like Drew Picasso, Red Button, Stories by My Brother. Man, y'all saw our reaction to Scary Hours. 6 out of 6. I love the album. I still bump the album every day. And you know, it's just the other 2 came in ahead. Ain't nothing I can really say about that. Kendrick.
I am reincarnated. I was stargazing. Life goes on. I need all my babies. Woke up looking for the Broccoli. High key, keep a horn on me. That could my seat. IP ownership. The blueprint is by me.
It's really hard for Kendrick or any, like, despite that 5-year break that everybody was trying to give him a hard time for. Kendrick had never dropped out of my top 5, and he has really walked around and strutted his stuff all year. Like nobody could take that away from Kendrick. That GNX album was him doing a victory lap around the whole industry because he's that guy. He came out on Like That with the energy that he wanted it. He snatched it and still walking around like he wanted it. He got the Super Bowl coming up, and there's nothing you can really tell Kendrick musically wise. His music is just and that's what I feel about all 40 rappers. Their music has hit a level where of almost perfection. Like I don't really see them doing no wrong when it comes to music. Sometimes you might not really feel whatever they saying sometimes. Like that's just a personal opinion, but when it comes to their craft, they feel like an almost perfectionist level of working. And that's what I would like to say. Especially with Kendrick trying different sounds, well, more sounds like delegated to his region. It was cool seeing that, and I respect it from Kendrick. My number 1, Jermaine Cole.
Now I'm addicted to the shit like it was nicotine. The streets have got me overdosing on adrenaline. Like it was lean promethazine if I become a fiend. My nigga caught up with that girl, this ain't no summer fling. Know what I mean?
The real is back, the bill is back. Man, despite me putting him 3rd for the album, he has did moves outside of the music where that audio series I've been going through listening to that. That has been one of my favorite parts of the year, and it don't got no music to it. Just telling how he came up, giving insight on like not to give up, being what he is, the most relatable artist in the game. And despite him putting out his mixtapes back on there, like Can I Live, great to hear that again. Too Deep for the intro, Two-Face, song that I love since a kid. Man, J. Cole has really just showed why everybody loves him. I wish I could have made it to that concert in Madison Square Garden. I'm recording it a day before, but man, I really don't see anything J. Cole has did wrong this year. And of course, everybody might see that him bagging out was like a flaw in his game, but Everybody that knows J. Cole and been listening to him and always heard him say he would kill you on the feature. Meaning, get on the feature with him. Y'all still cool. Why he gotta diss you? Get on that feature with him. Let him like he did with Daylight and Astro. He out-rapped him on the feature. He out-rapped Drake on the feature. Like that's what he's known at. And I applaud him for not letting. Yeah, he got out of care, but I applaud him for knowing who he is at heart and standing by it. That's cool with me. Port Antonio was still one of the best rap performances of the year, despite how many people might feel about it. That's just what it is. And yep, that's the video today. Hope y'all love it. Y'all like it. Like the button down below. Share, subscribe. Get me to 1,000, and I'll be back with y'all with another one. It's been a journey. I love being here in front of y'all, and hey, I'm out here in the rain. You know, I'm trying to give y'all a different vibe today. It's cool. I hope y'all enjoyed this one, though. All right, peace out.